All right, I wanted to walk you through this list building funnel, a very simple funnel, but I just wanted to go through the components just so you get your mind and your head around how you can move people from whatever it may be, from Facebook or from a blog post or whatever it is that you're moving people from, the channels or the sources of your opt-ins to get onto your list, and then what happens after that. So I've built out this flow chart for you, and then I'll give you this as well as a download. But I'm going to walk through this so you can understand what's happening here. The source is, like I said, anything where you're driving traffic from. Sometimes that might be a Facebook ad. It might be a simple post on your Facebook page that says, go over here and download this thing or whatever it is. So the source really doesn't matter. It's where people are coming from. And then what happens is you have an opt-in page, a free lead magnet. It's an opt-in page. You can call it a landing page, an opt-in page, a squeeze page, whatever terminology works for you. It's the same thing. You're always sending people to this landing page, lead page thing, right? And again, as I just said, the lead page, it doesn't matter what you're using. This will work for anything that allows you to create a landing page, opt-in page. Some of the popular ones are lead pages. There's WordPress plugins that I use, which is Thrive Architect, which has like Thrive themes, and I have that. There's Optimized Press, there's Kajabi, they have their own opt-in pages, and even from your email suppliers, ActiveCampaign or Infusionsoft, they have landing pages that are already built in there too. So that's where you're going to get your landing page, right? So this is not going to be a tutorial on landing pages if you don't know what they are. I'm sure you do. If you don't, you can look at my channel. There's other videos that talk about landing pages. And then what happens after you get the landing pages, or the landing page, I should say, they're going to be added to a list. And this is what people are asking about, is how do they get added to a specific list within Aweber, Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, doesn't matter. Like, how do they get onto that list? And we do this by tags. But before we get to this, I want to back up for a second and make sure that you understand there's two things happening at the same time when they opt in on the lead magnet page, on the opt-in page, right? They go to a thank you page, and the thank you page can do multiple things. In this case, I'm just giving an example that, if you want to directly put people into an automated webinar or something, you could have the link right here on that page and it sends them to the webinar. A lot of people use the thank you page for selling other things, or there's a video on there, whatever. That this is not really a video about the funnel, like which kind of funnel you're going to be using, but it's just the overall structure of what's happening when people are opting into your list. So two things are happening. One, that they're being added to this list here, and two, they're being sent to the thank you page, right? And what happens is, depending on what you're doing, let's say that you are doing a webinar and you're sending them to a video or something like that right away, then the emails that you send out, they could be delayed. You don't have to have something that goes right away and says, go download your free lead magnet. That's normally the way it would work without this webinar thing here. So let me back up and I'll tell you that what I mean by that is that if there's no webinar and they're just going to the thank you page and it says, hey, thank you, your free lead magnet or your free PDF, your free spreadsheet or something has been sent to your email, that's what happens over here. So they're added to this email list, and then the email fires after that. The email says, here you go download this thing. But really what this video is about is how do I put them on separate lists. And when I'm saying lists, I'm doing the air quotes, right? Because there's only one. I think Aweber still has legitimate lists, and MailChimp, I think, still have lists, but they are adding tags as well. So I'm going to go with a tag-based system here, which is really the most ultimate way to use your email marketing. So you're going to tag people as they come into your email list, and you're tagging them as many ways as you can that makes sense to you, so you can find these people later, and so you can segment them later and use that marketing or use it in your segmentation marketing, right? So in other words, what I always do is tag them what the lead magnet is that they've opted in for. And then I tag them with other stuff like their confirmed email or they're not confirmed or whatever. Like I just try to keep as much data on them as possible. Here's another one actually. Let me just do this one, which would be a tag, interest. Interest tag, okay? And that might be, marketing, right? So they might be interested in marketing, okay? And then I'll put that there. So like that. So you might have another, there's multiple ways you can tag people. So let's say that you wanted to send an email about marketing. Well, then guess what? You pull up all the people who are interested in just marketing and you send them that email. You don't send it to your entire list. That whole blasting your list and hoping for the best is really old school marketing, and you want to get away from that. And that's the reason why we want to segment people as much as possible by what they do, which is here they opted in for this thing that talked about marketing, and they're going to get the lead magnet name. It was called, Marketing 101 PDF, and they're also interested in marketing, right? So they're getting all these tags. And then if we move along here to the final phases of this, the delivery sequence is basically this email goes out and says, here, go download your free PDF. I'm just using a PDF as an example. It could be anything. Go watch this video or anything, right? So go download your free PDF. And then the next email, and then again, you don't have to do it exactly like this. This is just an example here. This one would be goodwill. This would be something where you're helping them understand something, you're teaching them something, and that will continue on. There could be one other email, there could be 7, there could be 70. It does, it depends on how you want to nurture your list and how much, information you want to give them. And then what happens later is up to you. Again, this is not a video to go into the entire what happens next and what do the sales funnels look like and all that. That's the reason why I just put in here, which would be the add to next campaign, whatever that campaign might be. Some people go right into sales and they hammer their list, which is not something that I would suggest. And they hammer their list with sales messages and go buy this or whatever. And that just kind of burns out the list. And then they have to go go through here and try and find more people to bring in here, and hopefully they'll buy. Now, I'm not saying never stop bringing people in, but aside from hammering your list with over and over with sales messages, you're going to burn them out faster than you really should, in my opinion. So that is the overall. Let me zoom back out here a little bit so you can kind of see this. That is the overall, list building funnel. Again, there's multiple ways to build your list. This is just one way, kind of give you a visual on what's happening, and that you can add. This is how you add to lists. This is really what the question was, and this is kind of what this training is all about, is how do I add people to a list? And realistically, there is no physical list. They're just by tags. You can, pull up a report that gives me all the people who are, for example, indicated that they're interested in marketing, and then send them an email. All right. Hopefully this helped you out. I'm Joey Ragona, and I will talk to you soon. By the way, if you like this, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, share it with somebody, and I'll talk to you soon.